The next concept that we are going to study is corporate social responsibility. What is CSR? So, CSR is the way companies manage their businesses to produce an overall positive impact on the society through economic, environmental, and social actions, right? So, CSR is different from donation. Plain donation does not form part of CSR. CSR is more of a business strategy. It is a very targeted and very conscious effort made by the company to form a positive reputation within the society. So ये फर्क आपको पता होना चाहिए कि CSR is much larger than just donating money. So CSR is a conscious effort by the company to form a good and positive image in the society. Okay, so CSR is basically a new business strategy to reduce investment risks and to maximize profits by taking all key stakeholders into confidence. The proponents of this perspective often include CSR in their advertising and social marketing initiatives. It is a tool to increase reputation of the company in the eyes of the society. So ये बहुत targeted एक strategy होती है company की कि they work on improving their reputation within the society. The concept of CSR was first brought into legal domain by the Companies Act 2013. Now, what is the applicability of CSR? क्या CSR सब companies को applicable है? तो नहीं है. Generally, what we can say is that CSR applies to large organizations. Now, what is the definition of large organizations? Again, similar to the provision 138 for internal audit, applicability of internal audit, we have section 135 1 read with rule 3 of the company's CSR rules 2014, which mandates certain class of companies to which CSR provision applies. कौन से companies है? So section 135(1) read with rule 3 of the company's CSR rules 2014 mandates that every company which fulfills any of the following criteria during the preceding financial year shall constitute a CSR committee. Companies having net worth of 500 crore or more, companies having turnover of rupees 1000 crore or more, or companies having a net profit of 5 crore or more. So in general, these are the three parameters or three monetary limits given to check for applicability of the provision of CSR. Now, there is your textbook provides a illustrative checklist for CSR provisions under the Companies Act. Upon here, we will have a quick look at what checklist they have given. So first, what will you check? You will check whether the section relating to CSR is applicable to the company or not. If it is applicable, then the CSR committee has to be formed. Once the CSR committee is formed, the company will also have to put through a CSR policy. After they have the CSR policy, they will also make a list of recommended projects which will qualify as CSR projects. Then they will also have to put in place a monitoring mechanism to observe or to monitor the progress of the CSR projects. Composition of CSR committee is also important. Then it is important to note that normal business activities are do not qualify as CSR activities. Then corporate CSR committee has recommended the amount of expenditure. आपकी CSR committee form हो गई, आपके projects भी list हो गए, right? You have identified the list of projects which qualify as CSR. So after that, the CSR committee has recommended the amount of expenditure on CSR projects. उसके बाद आपका एक ट्रांसपेरेंट मॉनिटरिंग मैकेनिज्म है CSR प्रोजेक्ट्स को मॉनिटर करने के लिए. After that, the company has disclosed the contents of the CSR policy in the board's report. The board's report includes an annual report on CSR spend also. Check if the net profits of the company are in accordance of provision 198 of the Companies Act 2014. In case the company has built CSR capacities on its own personnel, check whether the expenditure, including expenditure on administrative overhead, shall not exceed 5% of the CSR एक्सपेंडिचर. सो एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव ओवरहेड्स जो है आपके वो 5% ऑफ CSR एक्सपेंडिचर से ज़्यादा नहीं होने चाहिए. The company is complied with all other requirements of CSR rules. So this was an illustrative checklist of CSR.